You know, just because it's March, it doesn't mean it's not still winter. Out here in the foothills ranch country, it was about -20. Frost everywhere. Quite beautiful frost, in fact. But even though it was cold, it was pleasant. The frost certainly helped sparkle things up a little bit, and if you listen carefully, you can kind of hear it hissing down. Or not. I could. But one other thing I could hear, and I'm pretty sure you guys will be able to as well, was the sound of these cattle. If you listen pretty carefully, you can hear their hooves squeaking on the snow. I love that sound. The reason I had come out this way, which was not necessarily to see a moose, but I'm kind of glad I did. No, what I wanted to see was how much snow there was in the foothills and the mountains. And that snow is a pretty important thing, because a lot of our water comes from its melting. Come April, May, June, this snow that has fallen through the winter will melt and replenish the streams that flow out of the mountains and onto the prairie. So I was curious about just how much there is. And I still have no idea. It was snowing when I got further up into the foothills. These beautiful red willows and spruces all covered in snow. But what does that mean? Flowing water like this little spring-fed creek that tumbles over O'Shaughnessy Falls, well, they run pretty much all year round, and that water could be years and years old. The Kananaskis River was flowing pretty freely. I love how the water going over top of the ice turns it all a beautiful shade of jade green. But that's not much of an indication either, because there's dams upstream. They just release water as it's needed. And, to be honest, I still can't tell you how much snow there is up in the mountains. It was snowing. I couldn't even see the mountains. Down low, of course, there was tons of snow. Here in the Kananaskis River Valley, it was so heavy it was bending down the branches on the spruces and the pines. And it is probably going to snow like that on and off for the next 2 months. But will it be enough? How fast will it melt once the weather warms up? Will the spring rains come to bolster what we get from the snow melt? Will the reservoirs fill back up again? I truly don't know. But what I do know is, it was a beautiful day out there in the snow.